Good morning, class. Let me begin with natural vegetation of Karnataka. The various kinds of plants and trees growing naturally are referred to as natural vegetation. Karnataka has a rich diversity of plant species. The plant species play an important role in preserving the ecological balance. Now, types of vegetation. Natural vegetation of Karnataka has been classified on the basis of rainfall, relief features, and type of soil. They are evergreen forests, deciduous forests, mixed forests, and grasslands and shrubs. Now, evergreen forests. Areas receiving more than 250 centimeters of rainfall annually have this kind of forests. On account of heavy rainfall and high temperature, the trees grow tall and dense. The sunlight does not reach the ground at all. Different types of tall trees like rosewood, mahogany, kino, teak, dupa, and hebbalasu grow in these forests. Apart from that, different types of spices like cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and medicinal herbs are also grown in abundance. Now let us move on to the deciduous forests. After winter, due to lack of moisture in the soil, the trees shed their leaves. The leaves reappear during spring. These are called deciduous forests. This kind of forests can be seen in areas receiving 60 to 120 centimeters of rainfall annually. For example, Chikamagaluru, Mysuru, Chamarajanagar, eastern parts of Hassan, Tumakuru, Chikkaballapura, southern parts of Kolar, etc. And also Mandya, Ramanagara, and Bengaluru rural districts. Now let us move on to the mixed forests. The growing of evergreen and deciduous forests together form the mixed forests. Areas receiving 120 to 150 centimeters of annual rainfall have this kind of forests. For example, Udupi, some parts of Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, eastern parts of Kodagu, Chikamagaluru, Hassan and Mysuru districts, etc. Teak, kino, mahogany, axle, sandal, jack, and bamboo grow in abundance. These trees have commercial value too. Now, grasslands and shrubs. Areas receiving less than 60 centimeters of annual rainfall have this kind of vegetation. Due to scanty rain and dry weather, there is short grass, thorny shrubs, and scrub vegetation. For example, cactus, acacia, babul, bela, palm trees, hunchi, kunti grass, etc. Occasionally, banyan, neem, peepal tree, palash tree grow here and there. Now, let us move on to the distribution of forests. The recorded forest area in Karnataka state is 43.4 lakh square kilometers. This forms 22.6% of the total geographical area. Karnataka occupies the seventh place in forest resources in our country. Uttara Kannada district has the maximum forest area. Next to it are Shivamogga and Chamarajanagar districts. Vijayapura district has the least forest area. Now, animal resources. Karnataka has a variety of animal resources. The main reason for this is the abundant forest land. The Sahyadris rank among the hotspots of the world for their biodiversity. Recently, they have been declared as a World Heritage Area. Nearly 25% of the animal population and 10% of the tiger population in the entire country are found in Karnataka. In addition to this, there are other types of wild animals too. For example, leopards, boar, bison, stag, deer, bear, porcupine, etc. A variety of snakes and colorful birds also can be seen in the forests of Karnataka. Next, the central part of Western Ghats in Karnataka is called Malnad and has retained its natural biodiverse heritage. As such, this area has a rich variety of animal resources. The important forest areas of Karnataka having wildlife are coastal region comprising of Uttara Kannada and Belagavi. Then Sahyadri, Malnad range, for example Baba Budangiri range, BR Hills, Malamahadeshwara Hills, etc. Then we also have Gopalaswamy Hills in the southern Maidan. Now let us move on to some other sanctuaries and wildlife areas. Now here you can see Ranebennur, which has Black Buck Sanctuary. Apart from that, you can see here the Nagarhole National Park. After that, let us see Mandagadde Bird Sanctuary, which is most beautiful. Next is Adi Chunchanagiri Peacock Sanctuary. Now, let us wind up the lesson. You can see the map of Karnataka here where wildlife protected areas are marked. With this, let me conclude the lesson. So, bye to you all children for now. See you soon. Bye bye.